Here we go, here's John. John's...
I'm Merlin, just taking the bits out of my socks before we start.
And when you say before we start, where are we heading for today?
Well, we finally got there after about 5 years of planning to do a night's peak in the Isle of Skye. So we're here with the Scottish Mountaineering Council, represented by Andy Nisbet, the Munro Society and Alan Dawson and a few other friends. So we've all joined, and we've got an absolutely splendid day. The cloud is down, it's drill, but we're going to have a go and see what we can do.
It should be quite interesting, shouldn't it?
Yeah, so we've got a tough few hours ahead of us, I think.
OK, cheers, John. Thank you very much. And we're close to the Slickachan Head, and there's part of the Red Cuillin. So it should be interesting, as John says. Let's whiz around here. We've got Andy and Alan.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
And we got Ian's up here as well. Let's go and see Ian and see how he is. How's Ian? I'm laying the scene, Ian. Have you any?
Good morning.
Good morning. Any comment for today? Or
I have no comment apart from, can we have some good weather?
should be an interesting day, shouldn't it?
Should be. Let's hope we can see the two tops so we can find out which is the higher of the two.
Is this our party that's just pulled up behind?
I believe it is. The third car.
I may whiz off and just...
Yes, they're all looking very happy.
Yeah.
At least the rain stopped, and so we shan't get soaked just for the first half hour anyway.
Cheers, Ian. Thank you. Let's go and see who have we got here. We've got... Here's Colin. How's Colin? You okay?
Colin's fine. Looking forward to this greatly. The weather's clearing up a bit.
It's improved, hasn't it, the last sort of 45 minutes or so?
Indeed, yes. There's the clouds beginning to lift. Just a little hanging around the tops.
Well, cheers, Colin. Thank you. Let's go and see David. How's David?
Very well, thank you.
Looking forward to today?
Oh yes, very much so. It should be a good day, a good party.
Have you been up Knight's Peak before, David?
Twice, but I don't remember much about it. I did Pinnacle Ridge once, and I did an ice climb once as well, with a guide.
Well, I'm a Knight's Peak virgin.
Are you really?
One of the few in this party, I think.
Oh well, anyway, so you'll enjoy it all the more then.
Yeah. It's always good the first time, isn't it? Let's go and see Ian. How's Ian? Are you all right?
Hello. Yes, thank you. Yes,
and you've been up before, Ian, haven't you?
not on the ridge, no.
Oh, haven't you?
No. I have been on the ridge. I've looked at it,
Yeah.
but I haven't been on it. So this is all new territory for me, which doesn't happen very often.
Well, it doesn't, because you've done a few rounds on the Munros, haven't you? So, well, cheers, Ian.
That's all.
Thank you. And here's Alan. How's Alan?
Hello, yes, fine.
You all right?
Yes, looking forward to the day, but it does look a little bit misty.
It should be quite interesting and exciting, I think, on the ridge.
Yes, well, we'll find out when we get there.
OK, cheers, Alan. Thank you. And let's see who else we've got here. Here's Alan. How's Alan today? All right?
Yeah, a bit better now, thanks Mervyn. Just moved slightly from trepidation to excitement, having seen a little bit of ground beneath the cloud. That's always encouraging.
It has improved, hasn't it, a little bit?
Yes. So I'm just making sure I've got all my high-tech equipment with me. I've got, a lot of expensive gear. I've got the 43cm curtain pole.
And you've got your ice cream tub?
I've got the empty Mackey's ice cream tub, and I've got my umbrella. So I think I'm pretty well equipped for Knight's Peak, really, with all that heavy-duty stuff. How can I go wrong?
It's all high-tech stuff, isn't it?
Absolutely, yes. Stuff you can't usually buy in the shops. It's precision engineered for the task. So.
Cheers, Alan. Thank you very much. And let's go and see if we can find Andy. Andy's representing the SMC today. Hi, Andy. How's things? I'm coming to visit every person in the team.
Okay, yes.
So
well, it's not raining, so things must be good.
It has improved a little, hasn't it?
It has, yes. And we can see about 2,500 feet up there, so we've got our fingers crossed.
Cheers, Andy. Thank you. And if I come to Graham for last comments.
Hello there, Worthy.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's all been said, has it?
well, how's things? You okay?
Yeah, it's all right, thanks.
And of course, you've been up Nice Peak before, haven't you?
Yes, many years ago. Yeah, don't remember much about it, except it was fairly hairy, but...
Yeah, no, it's not cool.
Well, it should be quite exciting, I think,
it
today.
should be an interesting day. It looks as though the weather is stable at the moment. Let's not say it's improving, but I think we're going to get some rain, but we'll just give it our best shot, see what we can do.
Lovely. Cheers, Graham.
Yeah.
Thank you. Not bad. How's things? Can you describe where we are now?
Oh, that's it. Wait till he gets his leg out. Right, oh, there you are.
Go on,
There you
John.
are,
We're in the most
there you are.
frightening
Get
place
that.
I've been in my life.
Yes, get that, that's good.
John's just about made it up.
Yes, that's
Andy's
good.
up above him. David's around the corner. This is the gully
Yes, oh,
between
there you are.
Knights Peak and Cuillin and Cuillin. Andy's really good. He set up a road system here to take up all the surveying equipment, heavy rucksacks, and then personnel. So Graham is next. This is it.
Yes.
I'll send this to Janet.
Barracking.
Graham, I'll send this to Janet for a Christmas
The
present.
laugh is when you drop your rucksack down the 50-foot cliff on the other side of the cove. Oh, don't say that, Alan.
So, what do you think, Alan?
It's going pretty well so far, Mervyn. But then, you know, I'm down here, aren't I? And they're up there, so that's the only slight counter-argument to what I've just said. But it's not cold, I'm not getting bitten by midges. It's not actually raining, it's pity the rock's so greasy and wet.
We've been ever so lucky with the weather, haven't we?
It's been considering what we thought it was going to be so far today. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, we picked a good day for it, you know, but when I was here last it was a bit nicer than this, I have to say. The rock was dry, it makes a difference.
Cheers, Alan. Thank you. I'll come over to Ian. Any comments, Ian?
I'm still here. Probably just from here.
You could be in that spot for some time, yeah.
Yeah,
And what about Alan? Any comments?
A bit tired after carrying this heavy tripod, but we're 2/3 of the way there now, so I think we'll make it.
Well done. Thank you. And this is the gully. And it's lovely and slimy and greasy. Phew.
Oh no, it came up with me. So we're just moving up there now.
I was going to say
I've got some tape with me.
some tape or cord, yeah, cord around the cable and then do something.
Well, this is one of the two summits of Knights Peak. And he's just starting your equipment off, Alan.
I'm just finding the Knights Peak job on the GPS I've just found. Well, it looks like Night Speak. I've got, unbelievably, a full 12 satellite signals. So that's as good as we could possibly get up here.
That's pretty good.
And I'm just going to press the occupy button now. So this GPS is now recording on the East Peak of Knight's
You've heard
Peak,
about that fountain with
which may or may not be
on the
higher.
Rubicon Wall.
There's 4 of us up here. I never thought that would be possible. So it's actually a little bit easier getting up here than I thought, coming around that side, the Skernangillian side. Whereas previously I came up the Sligan side, which is pretty exposed. Actually, look over my shoulder. I can see a lot of fresh air right now. And unfortunately, there's mist, so I can't see that far down. But I believe there is ground down there somewhere. It's just not visible. But just the other side of GPS, I can actually see this ghostly shape looming above, which I presume is Skernangillian.
Well, cheers, Alan. Thank you very much.
Okay, so I'll just sit here for the 2 hours then, Mervyn. Why don't you go off and have a cup of tea?
Oh, God. So there's Alan's GPS, and on the summit there's another Alan Brooke, and Colin Walter.
Oh.
And there's Graham with the other GPS on the other summit, and I'm going to head over there shortly. I've been there once, might as well go there again.
That's a great climb.
Here's the GS15 on the mini tripod, the screw thread where that's the datum point is aligned with the highest point of highest point of one of the summits of Knight's Peak, and that's one high point just in the background. There's a whole heap of mist and fresh air below me, and perched on top of the ridge is Colin and Alan, and you're looking back across the ridge there towards Alan Dawson, who's got the other the other like a GPS set up on the alternate summit. And here's John and Graham down there, but it's a heck of a place to be. It's rather comfy up here though. So Ian Brown's around the corner, and Ian Robertson is waiting for us in a gully. I hope Ian's okay. Andy Nisbet helped tremendously coming up, and he's a little bit, just a little bit lower down on a little sort of ledge with Ian Brown. I think they've all visited the 2 summits. And Skernangillian is behind Colin somewhere. Occasionally you can see this big black mass of rock coming, just inching its way through the cloud, but it's a very, very airy perch being up here, and occasionally the sun tries to sort of break through the cloud, but you see there's a whole heap of nothingness below me. Wouldn't fancy going down there. And there's the GS15 in all its little glory. Here's the GPS setup on one of the summits of Knight's Peak, and I'm going to come over a massive cloud and 1,000-foot drop, and let's come to John and see what John has to say.
I'm lodged in a fairly safe place at the moment, so it's been an interesting 3 or 4 hours getting up here. Good job we had Andy Nisbet with us and supplies and ropes, but it was a lot harder than it was 15 years ago when I came up here. But what we've done, we've got 2 summit possibilities here, and we checked the Nabony. And we make the one we're on here probably about 2 centimetres, 5 centimetres, something like that, higher than that one, although when you look back, the other people say it's the same height, so this one is probably the highest point. Anyway, what we've done, we can't set the GPS up on the very highest point, so we set it up on the rock a little lower down, and we've levelled that with Nabony level, so it's exactly the same height as the summit there. And we've been collecting data now for 18 minutes, so we're going for 2 hours of data, because obviously we need to get this verified by the Ordnance Survey.
Well,
so there's a lot of sitting around now for another hour and 50 minutes.
And it's going to be quite a task to get down, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not going to be easy to get down.
Okay then, John. Thank you. Cheers. And there's Colin in red. Hi, Colin. And you can see Alan on the other summit with the GPS balanced on top. So pretty spectacular up here, I have to admit.
Very
And
nice, not having too much wind as well.
yeah, we've been remarkably lucky, haven't we?
Well, apart from the view, there's Cuillin, as you can see.
It was pouring with rain the first thing this morning when we all got up. But I'm going to swap it around. I haven't done this or I don't do this very often nowadays. I used to when I first got the Digicamera, but I'll do a little bit to camera. So I don't think I'll ever be coming up to Knight's Peak again in my lifetime. So and there's the GPS. You can just see that
Slightly shaky.
behind me. And there's probably going to be a little bit of
I don't think it's difficult.
audio breakup because it is quite windy. So there you go. I'll just spin it around again so you can see Colin just sitting on the ridge and Alan on top. It's going to be quite a task, I think, up here today to get 2 hours of data. I think we will, but I think we'll be chasing darkness as we go down. Andy Nisbet was incredibly professional coming up and setting a rope system up. There's various slings and ropes around some of the crags up here, but it's an interesting place to be. So I'll close off for now and just leave you with the view of Alan on top of one of the summits of Knight's Peak. Go ahead then, Graham.
Right, Martin, well, tell me, where are we sitting?
It's a bit of an airy perch, isn't it?
I'm not sure it's hairy or airy. Yes, it is. This is the summit of Knight's Peak. And behind you is the other summit, and we have a GPS on both. That's our GS15, you can see in the shot now. And behind you is Alan's 1200 on the other summit. Now, we've determined by Abney that this one that we're on is the higher of the two by, I don't know, probably about 10 centimetres, I would guess. Alan, when he did a reverse view from the other summit, he was not so sure that it wasn't higher, so that's why he's got his GPS on there as well, and we're going to hopefully record 2 hours worth of data and get down before it gets too dark. It should be interesting.
It's an interesting way off, isn't it? Once we're beyond the gully, that's okay, isn't it? It's from here down to the gully with all the equipment.
Well, even down from the gully you've got that horrible scree because we set a few boulders down when we were coming up. And then you've got that awkward descent down to the path. It's not a clear route at all. So we do need daylight to be able to do that, otherwise we're stuffed really, and then we'll be on the bounce all night.
But Andy Nisbet coming up, he was so professional, wasn't he? Very, very helpful.
Yeah, if Andy wasn't with us, I'd feel very worried at this moment in time. No, he was just absolutely brilliant the way he got us up to the Biala.
Well, before I close off, any last comments?
No, I just hope I don't have to sit here for the next hour and a half until he comes and relieves the position and takes over of some kind. But I'm just going to have a sandwich now and a drink and pretend that I'm at home by the fire.
Cheers, Graham.
Cheers.
I'll just pan around. Here's the GS15. There's the high point just beyond. It's aligned with the high point. Here's Graham on his airy perch. He's got his sandwiches. Here's a whole heap of nothingness below. Good few 100 foot down there. And here's the little ridge. Here's Alan. And
we don't have a very good view, do we?
It must be just about the airiest of Munro tops, I should imagine, this.
it really is a classic one, isn't it?
It is. In fact, it's airier than the Bastia Tooth.
Oh yeah, it is, yeah.
So I'll leave you with that view.
Vertical drops on all sides.
And we will now announce the results for Knight's Peak. Before I do that, I'm going to read from my little crib sheet and give you a little bit of history of the height of this particular summit. The 1965 1 to 10,560 map gives a height of 912.6 metres or 2994 feet. It was entered in Munro's tables in 1997 with a listed height of 914 metres. If we then go to 2001 in August, Ordnance Survey disclosed an unpublished height of 912 metres, and that was an air survey height. In 2004, OS high order photogrammetry gave a height of 914.95 metres. Again, this was now confirming it was over 3,000 feet. The current height on the OS 125K map is 915 metres, and if you look at the high resolution online OS mapping, that gives a height still of 912 metres. Harvey's maps give a height relative to Skerne and Cuillin of 911 metres. And last but not least, on our visit to Ordnance Survey a few years ago, we observed the photogrammetrist looking at Knight's Peak for us, and he gave on that occasion a value of 914.5 metres. So there is a long history here of heights for Knight's Peak, all just under or just over 3,000 feet, which of course was one of the main reasons for our doing this survey in the first place. So with that background, here are the results. With our GS15 on the northern of the two summits of Knight's Peak, we got a height of 914.2 metres. On the southern peak, with a Leica RX 1250 instrument, we got a height of 914.1 metres, so that was 10 centimetres lower than the northern peak. The Ordnance Survey processed these data sets, and they got values for the northerly summit of 914.24 metres, so that is an official figure. And for the southerly top, they got 914.16 metres, and again that is the official figure that the Ordnance Survey have produced. So the conclusion from that is that it is quite close, but Knight's Peak actually fails to reach 3,000 feet by 0.2 of a metre, and therefore should be reclassified from a Munro top to a Corbett top.